Yo, what's up guys, me Brady here, and welcome to another Call of Duty video. This one is all about the Blackout beta, because we got some huge leaks today that I'm going to get into. But just as a quick side note, I'm going to try and get through this video as fast as possible, and try and do it my best to get it through in one take, since well, it's getting pretty late. It's now just 11:10 p.m. where I'm at right now, and also too, I'm battling a pretty bad cold right now, so staying up late might not be the best idea. As you guys can hear in my voice, it definitely doesn't sound 100%, and I certainly do not feel 100%. So I'm going to try and get through this video as fast as possible. So guys, as we all know, the Blackout beta is rapidly approaching, and we've got some interesting leaks that are going to help us paint a much bigger picture on what we're actually be able to get from this beta and what this Blackout mode is going to be more like. So as we all know, the release dates for the beta include September 10th for the PS4 release, and then only 4 days later on Xbox and PC, and then 1 day later on the 15th is the open beta for PC, which is just going to be huge. I feel like any Battle Royale beta, like open release, totally free, is just huge, and that is a Call of Duty one. This is just going to help the game out so much. In order to play it on PS4 and Xbox, you have to have already pre-ordered the game, or the 1 day early on PC, again, you have to have it already pre-ordered. And ways that you can actually play this game, well, the only way that you can actually play this game, unless you're going on the PC open beta on the 15th, the way to play is just with the previously installed Black Ops 4 beta. There's just going to be a update for it that you're going to download that has Blackout on it, and then you're going to be ready to go. So guys, now getting into the leaks, these leaks were provided by a Call of Duty community member, Lime Tiger X or Brad, who's someone who pretty much just looks to be, someone that pokes around in PC files. He did the same kind of back in Black Ops 3. He was a map designer back then as well, but nothing too crazy. But the leaks are quite significant. So this first one, it's a string of code that pretty much says that you can play with up to, like, the player count is up to 100 players. Now, this is just amazing, because what this means is that Blackout, you're going to be able to fill up this entire map, which is meant to be massive, so that's going to be great. You're not just going to have, like, 50 people on a map that's designed for like minimum 80 to 100 people, so that's going to be really great. Also, what this means is that it's just going to be a huge battle royale mode, because with just how Call of Duty has been in the past, a lot of people were speculating, maybe, like, I was hearing 20 to 60 people, which I would have been fine with, closer to 60, but if I'm in a battle royale game with like 20 people, that's just not something that I'm going to get too excited about. But this is great. But the only concern that I do have is just because of how we've seen multiplayer over the last few years, especially when it comes to resolution and frame drops. I don't know how the servers and the engine is going to be able to handle it this year with Blackout. But hopefully they've done some optimization that's going to be able to improve it and make it that much better, so that it will be able to support Blackout. Now, along with leaks about the player count, which I am beyond excited for, there's also been strings of code related to parachuting into the map. So more specifically, a freefall parachute, very similar to Fortnite. Along with that, a parachute begin and end string. And the last one, which I found to be pretty funny, was a freefall to land string. Now, to go into more detail, this is an awesome feature for Blackout. Since around its announcement, it looked like Treyarch was playing around with some fixed spawns, but free-falling into a Battle Royale game is much more appealing in my opinion. Also, the open and close strings may indicate that you're able to freefall all the way to the ground, unlike in Fortnite, as well as maybe being able to skydive off of tall buildings, similar to what we've seen in teasers, as well as I believe Battlefield had that a similar feature in their game. And lastly, the free fall to land, which I thought would be really funny, and one way to kind of filter out the AFK players, or just a funny thing to do in general, just diving straight from the plane or whatever it is, all the way to the ground, and most likely to your death. Although I think it would be a really funny thing also if they put it in the game where you could skydive all the way from the plane and just nail the ground, but be left with like 1 or 2 HP or something like that. So it's like the advantage, oh, you're at the ground first, you have the first dibs at weapons and everything else, but you're severely down in HP and left at a disadvantage like that. So that's what I think would be hilarious, but I can't see that being too realistic. And like I said, I hope that these strings are actual fact and concrete, since it has been leaked in the past to have, like for Blackout, to have a similar spawn system to Call of Duty Online that has like a weird underground tube system rather than actually flying into the map and choosing where you want to spawn and land, because that's a much more strategical thing and it actually helps the game a lot in my opinion. Like in Fortnite, I don't think it would be nice if it was just random, like if I want to go to Tilted Towers, I want to go to Tilted Towers kind of thing. So that's where I think that it's totally a plus, and there's no negative to parachuting into the map. So that's why I'm super excited for this. So those are the only leaks, but I am going to touch upon something that I mentioned earlier in the video, and that is the dates. Now, what I'm referring to is how the dates are so close together, and what I found so interesting is that with the Blackout beta, with the multiplayer beta, there was a week in between the PlayStation release, and then we waited a full week for the PlayStation to have it again, and then Xbox and PC, it also came out for the first time. And what I find so interesting about this is that how this really supports my theory about Blackout coming out as early as September 10th and staying out. And what I mean by this is it shows that yes, PlayStation still gets that 4-day or 5-day advantage compared to, or like depending on what system you're playing it on, but it's not huge. It's only 4 days, and like I said, how this supports my theory is that it shows that yes, they're still going to give the exclusivity to PlayStation, to Sony, but they still want as many people playing it as possible and as early as possible to then keep it out the full month before the game is released. And by having it as an open beta on September 15th for PC, that is huge, because I think that's how the game is going to be released in the end, is just totally free to play, whether you bought the game or not. Absolutely no tie downs or anything like that, and that's how I think this game needs to be played. But guys, that's it for today's video. Hopefully you guys enjoyed these leaks and my opinion on the whole Blackout coming out a month early, and for those who pre-ordered or on PC. So guys, let me know what you guys think about all of this stuff in the comments down below. I will be more than happy and definitely sure to reply to all of your guys' comments, and let's get some conversations going down in the comments down below, because I love when that happens. Alright guys, that's it for today's video guys. See you in another one.